Hey guys, Skewer here. So today's video is a little bit a copy of Half Metal Fox's, but it was something I wanted to do since I saw his, and it's sort of my take on it. Is Vigor since release, it's a little bit of a review and a go over of what we've experienced and what we've had since it's been dropped, since out of preview. So I'm just going to go through what the previous updates had in them, my take on them, and the hardships we faced through the middle of them with certain glitches and things, and then we're going to go through the 2.0 coming up, Hunters, and we're going to run through that and my ideas on the changes. So first of all, we saw in August Rise dropped. So it was when everyone got wiped, the game went out of preview, and it officially was released. It saw everyone lose everything more or less and get a bunch of crates. I got a lot of crates, I got a lot of good plans, which gave me a little bit of an advantage. I got the A74K plan, so it wasn't hard to get my crafting bench up to get that going and run A74K when everyone was running Thompsons, so that helped me a bit. It was full of glitches, which did not really change the game much for me. One was the bush glitch, which did make it hard. A few gold crates were missed, 2 MG3s sitting in bushes that you just could not kill. So if you don't know what the bush glitch was, it made it impenetrable. They sat in a bush, you couldn't shoot them, you couldn't do nothing. You had to basically run at them, knock them out of the bush, or try and make them stand up. It was painful, and it obviously was very, very hard for the devs to get rid of that because it took a while. Must have been some coding in there. It didn't hurt the game as much as the clip dump, which happened twice. Once in Rise, which was a smaller one, and it wasn't as bad. Every now and then, you'd whole clip would go, your bullets wouldn't count, there'd be nothing coming out, you'd just have the animation and you'd be stuck. That was okay. It was every now and then, okay, I can't use this gun because it clip dumps. You didn't take MGs in because, if you had a clip dump, you'd be sitting there for 100 bullets. So basically, the first one you could stop with a reload and do the reload animation and you wouldn't clip dump again for a bit. In Bridges 1.1, it was dropped in October. We saw the clip dump every bullet, every single bullet. So it was far worse, and it was annoying. It was hard. Shotguns and carbines, M21s, single shots were the go, and it drove a lot of people away. But in October, we did see Bridges come through. We got a new map, Broadland, which is a very nice map. Beautiful map, good to look at, huge. I wouldn't mind seeing Bridges become possibly a 4v4 with maybe 3 or 4 teams due to its size, same as Fjellcanton. But that's for future, that's far away. We had caches drop in, so you found a photo. If you knew the map well enough and what was in the photo, you could find the cache. Had some nice little looty things in there, sometimes ADRs, AURs, HBars. You could boost the loot and you'd get some very, very nice things out of them. They were few and far between back then, but the cache was a very good addition to the game. We saw some new weapons, the ZA, which is a very lovely weapon. It's sort of seen a change to the recoil, which has made it less desirable, but it is still good. The MGV, which in my opinion is so much fun. It has changed a lot as a 2-shot headshot. It doesn't register sometimes, but it is a lot of fun to run with 167 bullets going downrange at a million bullets a second. It is amazing. The Magnum, same boat. It is very deadly. Stagger is crazy on it, and you get those headshots. It's so satisfying. Plus, you look badass running around with it. So, Broadland and Bridges update was quite a big one for Bohemia and Vigor. It saw a lot of people flood in. The servers suffered. A lot of hit reg. A lot of things going on between the hot fixes that made the game hard, but still enjoyable. And I'm pretty sure we saw an upgrade to the servers which fixed that. The clip dump in the middle drove a lot of people away as content creators. It saw a lull, and it didn't see a lull in the lobbies though. So a lot of people are coming back from that now, which is really good to see, and it's starting to recover due to the clip dump being so bad. So I think it was on for 2 weeks, and it was unplayable. You just had to single shot everything, and it did make for different gameplay. And yeah, it was very exciting. So anyway, in December we saw 1.2 drop, which was Preppers. We saw a lot of changes with this one. We saw a Battle Pass jump in, which has had its tweaks and its nerfs and its buffs in many ways, and it continues to have that. And I think at the first half of this update, the Battle Pass was impossible. It was undoable. A lot of people did it, but they had to play 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and it wasn't good for the casual player. It saw a hotfix come through, and a lot of the XP in resources, the safe, everything got changed, and it made it doable. I mean, I was making 60 grand a night, going up a couple of levels, so it took me from probably 25 to 40 within half the time of even a quarter of the time to do it. So it was really good to see those changes. More changes coming through, which will make it interesting. We had crafting boosters, which, if you're that way inclined, they are good. I don't see the point in them. I play for an extended amount of time. I only build Ventorez's for an hour and a half, so I can build one pretty easy after a couple of matches. We saw multiple boosters come through, which actually brought in a lot of douchebags who teamed lobbies, put the crates up to an amazing amount and the loot, wiped lobbies, and then ran in each other and started, thinking they were good. So then that saw a nerf to it, and they ruined it for everyone. So you can only do 3 and 3 now as a person, so everyone boosts 3 times. That's as good as you get. It was exciting to pull 6 crates out of a lobby. I did it a couple of times, killing pretty different people who thought they were good at the game, but they weren't. We saw the SVD, the SG1, the AKM, and a couple of knives come through. I haven't used the knives. I probably did, but I died straight away. AKM is a beautiful gun, best common gun in the game now. Takes away the ES. It is very easy to craft, and you get the plan. You can just run through, do loot runs at no cost to you, so it is a very good gun. The SG1 is very overpowered. It is not as bad as the ADR, but it is still a disgustingly good gun. SVD, in my opinion, is not that great, but I'm not a sniper, as you all know. It is a good gun. It is heavy damage. It sounds absolutely terrifying when it goes off in a match, and if it's fired at you, you're basically just crapping your pants and dying. Saw new challenges come through, some interesting ones, which were good. I don't see much of them anymore, but it had definitely made for some interesting gameplay trying to get these challenges done. I have seen an influx of crate challenges instead of resource challenges, so they obviously changed that up. We also saw a few consumables come into the match, which was your contact bomb, your transmitter, and your alarm trap, all of which are so fun. The bomb is amazing. I just put them in the map and shoot them. That's how fun that is. We also, with the alarm trap, it was pretty fun, but pretty unusable due to the fact you could run through it yourself. Made it for interesting gameplay, but, it had a shelf life on it. You used it a couple of times and you're bored. Doesn't really do much. A lot of people hear it go off and are like, well, yeah, there's a noise, whoop-de-doo. But that was 1.2 Preppers. It was by far one of the better updates with glitches and bugs. A lot of people had problems with the smaller bugs, like the footsteps in the hotfix. Crashes were, fair to mild. With the hotfix, trading come through, so trading kills was pretty disgusting. And it hasn't affected me in any way, but I have noticed it's happening a lot. 5 times a stream, roundabout. I find it funny still, but if I was gunning for something, it'd be annoying. We also saw in 1.2 the TK looting gone. So all those toxic people out there, random duos, TK and your mate, or just the normal people trying to trade, it was exploiting the game, and they fixed it, which is good. So coming out within a few days is my guess. I am guessing on, what day is it now? Saturday, on the 5th or 6th, this update will drop. I'm predicting it. It's a Wednesday, 3 a.m. my time. I'm calling it right now. We are seeing hunters come out. Now this looks exciting. I've seen a couple of videos. I've been talking to a few of the partners in my stream and that, and it looks amazing. It's seeing a hunter skin introduced, which in my opinion looks like Nomad from Rainbow Six Siege, so I will be doing stupid shit like that with him. I'm going to dress up like Nomad. We got the Mosin back, so Drake Yawn, you are still creaming in your pants, no doubt, man. Crossbow, which I'm so excited to die by and miss all my bolts and probably get 1 kill, put it up on Twitter and say I'm the best at it. Then you've got a new knife, the John. I'm not sure, I haven't heard much about it, I haven't asked much about it. It's a gold knife, I'm thinking 2-shot, maybe even down to a slither of health with the knife. Maybe it's in to bring in melee kills a bit better. Mumbled up my words then. So maybe it's making melee a little bit more viable. I'm not sure. We got a portable signal detector, which detects the closest person to you in the whole of the map. So if you're on Gruntheim up north, you hit it, there's 1 person left on the map exiting south, you'll find him. So that is going to be very interesting for camping crates and stuff. A fake glint, which I can't wait to take a VSS in with 6 or 7 of those and set them up around me and just sit with the VSS and play the Russian roulette. That'll be fun. And the Battle Pass is getting a rework. I'm not sure what's happening with that, but it's getting more guns, more bullets, more crates, more variety in the actual free side of it, so you all don't have to buy it to reap benefits. The plans, I think, will be in the premium. I'm not sure about crates, but I'm pretty sure if they're edging towards giving you variety in both, you may have the old plans of the SG1 that you may not have gotten, the transmitter, all those in crates now as the update drops, and you'll be able to do it in the premium. It should be a little easier to grind for the casual players, which I'm happy about. They need a little bit more leniency other than the ADR sweaties running around playing 8 hours a day. And all in all, I'm very, very excited. I wanted to cap this video off with a review, more or less, on where it's going and where it's been. And it's more a reply to people saying it's going to die. I think it's in a very good spot. I think the devs do listen, but can only do so much. We have been pushing a few guys with me and Christopher Beast to change up the ADR, and it hasn't looked like it's going to happen for a while, but I think there's plans in place, so maybe some weapon changes in a hotfix I'm hoping for, not just the ADR, but maybe some boosts to some others, which will be good to make the playing field a bit better. And basically Vigor is going leaps and bounds from where it was, and seeing the gadgets coming out, I really hope you can't see that dog, or I'll sell him to the Chinese shop because he's messing up my video. Basically, the new gadgets coming through, guys, are going to be so much fun, and it adds so much gameplay. I hope they don't just put them in the Battle Pass and put them in crates, because it makes it easier to access, and we haven't seen many people using contact bombs because you have to grind your ass off to get it. I wouldn't mind seeing them straight up introduced as crate drops, people earning them and seeing them actually in game. But all in all, guys, I think Vigor is doing very well. I think it's great. I think they're catering for the lower class of player. Not to say that in a bad way, as a casual player, I mean, but as in people who just like to get in, loot, get out. Not hunters who love to absolutely wipe lobbies with OP weapons. I think we're trying to cater for looting with this Battle Pass, and I'm really, really excited as where it's going. But that is it for the video, guys. I just wanted to give you an overview of what's been and what's happening, what is present, and my opinion on it. Thank you very much for listening, guys. Don't forget to sub. Check the links down the bottom from my socials. All my buddies are down there who stream Vigor all the time. Don't forget to drop over to my Twitch channel and call me all sorts of names. I enjoy it. Thank you very much, guys. Cheers. Come on.